Hello. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm in the middle of like trying to eat something. Here we go. How are you today? Let's do this. This is phase 3. This is like way too real, right? You're not supposed to be like having a snack while you're doing a webinar, but we're all friends here. This is phase 3 of our master plan to take over the world, one day at a time. And do so by using online rev share models. So we've gone through my paying ads in depth. We've gone through triple threat in depth. And now it's time to add the 1-2 triple punch or whatever. This is it. This is where you see the magic starting and why you want to do this strategy in this order to really get going. All right, let me share. So I'm going to share my entire screen today. Excuse that. Let's go over to, first I want to go to triple threat with you. And I'll show you why. Okay. So earlier today, I had posted earnings about triple threat. And I was thrilled when I woke up this morning and I had made $116 since yesterday. And what's really cool is that with the 70-30 split, $81 of that was in my cash account, which means I'm $19 away from that golden $100 a day number in my cash account. I'm so excited. What's interesting though is it didn't take me 8 days, it took me 14. And so as soon as we get in here with a little bit of a slow login, no problem, right? No problem. We will keep working on that. But today we are really going to go over triple threat. Come on. I have a really cool calculator to show you, and I want to show you why doing things in this order makes a lot of sense and how this strategy is going to blow your mind. Triple threat has actually been pretty slow today, and I wasn't even able to buy shares earlier, so I think they're doing some server stuff, but here we go. 1 second. What I want to show you is when I checked this morning, it was $116. And then just before this webinar, should I sing you a nice song? This is annoying. When I post these somewhere, whenever I get a chance, I will just delete this whole part out so you're not sitting here waiting because that's annoying. There we go. Okay. I am now at $120. Isn't that cool? $120. And this morning I was at $116. So sometime during the day I made $4. You'll notice that none of my ads have expired yet. None of them. You'll also notice that my total ads are 576 and I have earned 312. So that lets you know 576 minus 312, I've put in about $264. So I've used $264 of my own money and made 312. Pretty cool, right? And then I keep putting that back in to help boost those up. So you'll also see that I was right. It was pretty much exactly 2 weeks when I hit this mark. I'm not quite to the 100, the 200, or that golden, the golden 100 cash a day. So let me see if this will load a wallet and you can see where the split is. So at $120 for today, and that's still in there because it wasn't letting me buy shares right now. So I'd love to go buy some more shares and kind of get that up. But just like we talked about in the last training, there's like that golden number of shares that you want to get at level 1 and level 2 to hit that 100. And then after that, you can play around to see how much more you can get. But because the limit is 100 a day, 5 days a week, maximum 2,000 a month. Let's go see how we can make that 2,000 work for you in ways that will blow your mind. Okay, I'll just keep talking until we get triple threat all the way up and running. There we go. Okay, so right now I have $83.94 that's spendable and $36 for repurchase. So, that's $2 more than I had 2 hours ago. So making $1 an hour, not that great, but I didn't really do anything for it, right? So imagine this. Now I'm taking this. When I get to my 100, I can start taking out my spendable 100 and just doing my repurchase and just keep putting the repurchase back in, and keep working like that. Now, here's where we get magical. So let's jump into fortadpays.com, which I know is going to load a lot faster. And this site is a site that is out of Spain. And that might be why it's a little bit under the radar, because when things come out of Spain or a place where they don't speak English, as you know, it tends to fly under the radar of us people who are in English-speaking countries. If you're in Spain, then you probably know a lot about this, but check it out. This happened recently, the 100,000 members. For you to read this, you'll notice it's now translated into English. When you touch this first flag on the page, it puts everything in English. So anyway, let's go in and see. You're going to see that this is set up very, very similar to my paying ads. You have your obligatory ad at the beginning. Watch that. I can X out now. What's different? Let's talk about the two things that are different. Actually, well, there's a few things that are different. The first thing that's different is that you only have to serve 4 ads a day. So when you go to ads, it's right here. Browse ads. Can you browse them up here? No, that's just giving you your directory. Browse ads. So it's not even in the menu up at the top. Is it there? No. Finance? No. Okay. Browse ads. There's only 4 given to you because you really only need to do 4 a day. Mine load a little goofy. I found that especially, in MPA, they load much better when I use Firefox, but I'm not that concerned because I can watch this. And once that one goes, I'll just refresh the page. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Been recorded. Go back here. I can reload the page and do it again. And then go over to summary, and I had 8 videos watched today, and now I have 9. This one I put very little in, and I'm going to show you why, because this is all part of the strategy, but I wanted to get you familiar with what goes on in Fort Ad Pays, and especially the strategy. There's also a buy, that should be BUI, buy serve free units. You can actually do a plan where they serve for you, so you don't actually have to do it. $1 a day, 365 days. For the next year, they'll serve your 4 ads for you for $150. That's like if you're definitely going to be on vacation or something, you can put this on vacation mode, walk away, and know that your shares are still earning. It won't be repurchasing for you, but your shares will still be earning in that time. Records is where you see your history. Share history, payment history, vacation history. Finance is where you will add your funds, buy your buy your shares. Sorry, that did not turn to buy. It still says comprar. Vacation plan, withdraw funds, commission referrals, transfer funds, receive transfers. Okay, so on Fort Ad Pays, the payment processors you can use to put money in would be Payza, To Pay For You, and Perfect Money. Let's just go with Payza. The amount that you have to start with is $10. Oh, and you can add the desired funds automatically. Yes, so that will come into you automatically. I'm not going to do that right now because my Payza is waiting for a funds transfer, which should be done tomorrow. So that's also why I haven't put a lot of money in here. What I found out I could do, though, is take my Coinbase, wasn't that what it was called? Coinbase, that I'm using to fund Triple Threat, and transfer the coins, the Bitcoins, into dollars into my Payza account, and then have those automatically, rather than having Payza money coming straight out of my account. But that is the basics of it, okay? The other thing that's important to know, so it's 4 ads a day. It's in Spanish, not English, because it's out of Spain. And there is only 1 ad pack. What? Okay, let's go look at this. There is only 1 pack. New active pack. Okay. Notice when you go down to purchase, there's nothing else below $1 shares. Interesting, right? You have to, you get 5 views of your stuff and you get a 220% return, which is pretty interesting. So you put $1 in, you get $2.20 out. What the mature rate on most, or what people have been finding, it's somewhere between 50 and 100 days. I know that's kind of a big range. Earlier things were saying about 55 days until they matured, and then other people were saying it takes about 100 days to mature. So this one moves a little slowly, but you get a 50-50 repurchase. So 50% of your money goes back into your cash, 50% goes back into your compound, or as your repurchase. And you do need to surf sites to earn money, but the difference is that there is a 200,000 share limit. So you can't go over 200,000 shares with this site. You can go up to 200,000 shares, and they are all purchased at $1. There's nothing over $1. So any money you put in, you're buying at dollars each. Let's go see how this works and why this is so cool. So here's a calculator. The first page of the calculator is going to be, I want to hide that, is this introduction. Let me show it to you so you see everything. For EdPays, this is a calculator. There's the interest rate, everything. I don't know. Sorry, my Spanish is not good enough to know what all of those say. But down on the second tab is potential earning simulation. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. So you'll see the warning at the top. There's a limit of 200,000 active packs at Fort Ad Pays. So if you think you're going over 200,000, I've heard people say, I have 1 million shares. Not true. They have a limit. The other thing to know is that all shares are $1. The maturity is 220. So there's nothing like level 1 is 220 and level 2 is 240, whatever. And then the daily revenue share. Sometimes it's 2%, sometimes it's 1%. It varies depending on how much money is there. So let's just assume that it's at 2%, and you start with $100 in. And let me see, my little bar down here won't leave, so it's hard to zoom in. But anyway, I think we're okay. You start with $100 in, and that's all you do. And then you do some repurchases. So here's what's going to happen with your bat. The next day it's going to be 102. So this is you starting with 100 active packs and then getting 2 more the next day because you made $2, and then 4 more, and then 6 more. So repurchasing. Here's what you see happening. Right now, deactivated packs, all your packs are still active, so nothing is there. So let's look at the next one. It's a total earnings, and then you have your potential withdrawal, which is your e-wallet cash balance. So the green column is what you want to look at, and then your total earnings is what you can get for that day. And that's $100, $2 because it's 2% of what the number of shares you have. So here's, you go up and up and up, and you're repurchasing, and you're doing pretty great. And this is, remember, just $100 in. And this is this simple strategy. So let's go up to like 100 days. You can pull out $7 a day. You're like, that's not awesome. But, after about 110 days, you're going to start seeing some of your shares mature. And that's why they put it on the negative. So now those are your ones that you have to actually repurchase to buy. So you notice that it went down a little bit because we have to start repurchasing shares, but then it goes back up, back up, back up, back up. By the time you get to all the way down. Oh, and I do have this on real time. I put this calculator for the first day is today. You'll see January 26th. And so these are real time. Whoopsies. Let's go for a whole year. After 1 year, after putting just your $100 in and repurchasing, and now you have 110,000 shares, and your daily out amount can be $1,100. After a year of putting $100 in and just repurchasing every day, slowly, slowly, slowly. Well, let's kick that up a notch. Let's see why you want to combine your triple threat with your Fort Ad Pays. And imagine now, just like let your mind expand as we go into this, and just imagine what would happen if you added the My Paying Ads. As of January 26th, My Paying Ads is still in negotiations with their terms and conditions with PayPal. However, progress is being made, which is a very good thing. So let's say I open my account with $100, and then I start getting my my $100 out from TT3, which is triple threat TT3, and I put 50 in. And let's say every day I put $50 in. Do you see the strategy here? So I am going to take my 50, and let's just say for the next month, every day, I take 50 and put it in. By the end of 30 days, I'm up to $20 cash. You're like, well, that's not that interesting yet, but $50 a day out of your pocket would be quite a bit. $50 a day out of triple threat is nothing, because that's $50 in your pocket and $50 back in here, making you more money. If you were going to be super aggressive, I suppose you could take your 100, right? So let's look at the 50 a day. Let's be conservative and say you're taking 50 a day and putting it into Fort Ad Pays. And you are going to be really good, and you are going to do this for 100 days. At the end of 100 days, you have $156 that you can take out. So now your $50 in is giving you $156 out. But wait, there's more. Let's say you stopped there after 100 days and you just let that money ride and you kept going. And so now you're taking $100 out and keeping it for yourself from triple threat, and you're letting this ride. Okay, so starting in January, let's see where a really cool number comes in. Aha. How about $800 a day after 185 days? By July 28th, you will be making $800 a day. And that was putting your triple threat money in. Let's say you were really super excited about this, and for 100 days, you put in 75 or 76, okay? 75. So let's change all these to 75 and see what happens. Pretty fun, right? Because it's just, you're adding 50 shares a day. Now, at the end of 100 days, you're at 230 cash that you can take out. And let's see where you hit 800. And I'll tell you why 800 is interesting, because the max you can take out at any one time from FAP is $800. So after 165 days, that gets you about a month earlier. On July 8th, you'll be taking out $800. So actually, I think the $50 a day is pretty good. If you were doing, let's just be crazy, but you can see what I'm doing here. Do you see how this is compounding so much? Let's do 100 and just say, okay. And you will get this calculator. It's in the Money Mamas Facebook group, so you can play around with these numbers too. Let's say I do 100 a day. So let's see where I hit my 800. It might not make that big of a difference, and you might just want to keep, oh no, okay. So by June, I'm hitting my 800. If I keep going, by July, I'm at $1,000 a day. The reason that's interesting is because I didn't say that the daily limit was $800. I said that your maximum withdrawal is $800. However, you can take $800 out up to 4 times a day. Let's do the math on that. Did I say that right? 3,200. Yep. You can do it up to 3,200. So at about September of this year, you will be able to take out $3,200 a day. And you will still have 3,283 to put back into your shares. Now, the 4,287 is bigger than that number. So let's see. It's always going to be a little bigger because those are your shares that are expiring, but you're putting them back in. So by the end of this year, at this strategy, let's go all the way down to 365 because this is so much fun. You're going to have $53,000 in your account every day that you can take out. Oh my goodness. What the heck? But you can't take that much out. You can take 3,200. So that is how this one goes. Let's go back up here and play with one more strategy. Let's say you are going to not do 100, but let's go back to our 50. Let me just see if I can. It won't let me. Okay, whatever. Let's put it back up here. Anyway, you can probably stop watching this now that you see the strategy. But okay, but I just want to. Oopsies. Hold on. Let's go back up here. 50. Aha. Control C. Okay, let's do 50, but keep it going. So now we're taking $1,000 out for ourselves, or we're putting like that other 50 back in my paying ads maybe. Let's say for until July 1st, we're putting $50 in a day. Now by July 1st, you are making $529. You're hitting your golden 800 still at the end of July. And by the end of the year, you are just like banking too much to even sound real. That's it. Okay. That's what I want to show you. So to recap real quick, here are the numbers. It takes about 55 days to mature. So if you put in $50, you would get about $1 a day back, because this is going to mature at, you'll get $55 back. Sorry. So if you start with $50, you'll get about $1 a day. And after 55 days, you'll have $55. That's what I mean by that. If you started with 200 on day one, you'll earn about $4 a day. And then after 10 days, you'll earn $5 a day. You can have 200,000 ad packs, but only for level 1, because that's all there is. So our strategy is take your $50 a day from your triple threat money, put it in for 100 days, and you'll be earning $400 a day, every day. Okay, so that's 400 times 30 days. Right there, you're at $12,000 a month that you're making passive. That's not so bad. But let's extend that and say that for 125 days, you're going to put in $50 a day. Let's multiply that by 30. And that's going to be, come on, math, 16,550. Now you're at 16,000 a day. And let's say you just extend that. And now that's times 30. And so now you're at 2 zeros and a 12, 24, 25, 25, 2, 0, 0. 25,000 a month at the end of 145 days. And if we want to know what the maximum is, if you are taking out, if you remember every day, 3 times a day, you're taking out $800 3 times per day for $3,200. And I know these numbers are getting wacky, aren't they? But they're true. There's nothing wrong with my math here. So this is what can actually happen. And hold on. Let's go 23.2. And let's say you were just really great and you actually took out your money every day. So calculator, some of you are probably quicker than I am on the calculator. 325 times 365. You're making yourself a cool 1.1 million a year. And divided by 12, you're making about 97,000 a month. That's what you're doing. Then this is all from money that your seed money that you put into Triple Threat. You got that up to your $100 a day, you're taking that out, you're repurchasing it. So for about the next 6 months, 7 months, you're going to have to keep your day job. But by that time, MPA is also going to be up and running. So once you have MPA up and running, you can either split the TT3 money between FAP and MPA. And as both of those start growing, remember, you'll be able to do the 3,200 from FAP plus the 750, or I'm sorry, 850 from MPA, and that gives your grand total per day at $4,050 a day times, what do we got? Times 30 equals, that's 15 again, 41. I can't do it. Sorry, my brain just turned off. 40, 50 times 30. Too many zeros in there. Oh, wow. That's $121,500 a month. Yes, I said a month. That might sound ridiculous to you right now, but you are on a path where this is possible, and it's more than possible, it's doable. It's doable with you starting with a couple $100. That's it. And getting to this point. Wow. Wow, right? Wow. So let me go back. I don't want to make this, I'm going to stop sharing. So we're back. Wow, right? Where is my Google Hangout? There I am. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So that's what we have. Any questions? Any questions? Questions? About anything? We can do any questions right now. That is all I wanted to show you about MPA or FAP. So if anybody has any questions they want to run by me, go for it. That's totally cool. All messages are public. Okay. Cool. You can also get a hold of me at, Erin. There's Erin at Money Mamas. No, sorry, that's not the one. Do Erin at bizrankpro.com. And there's also, that's it, Erin at bizrankpro.com. You can also go get all of the back trainings if you missed them at www.bizrankpro.com/moneymamas. That's it. Okay. If there's no questions about this, that's it. Isn't that cool? Like I was able to actually do a webinar in a relatively small amount of time. Pretty great. 27 minutes. Bam. Yeah. Bam. So if there are any questions, get in touch with me and come find the Money Mamas group. All the links you need are in the Money Mama training area in the link I just gave you, which is bizrankpro.com/moneymamas. bizrankpro.com/moneymamas. I will see you on the next one. This is so exciting. Bye.